Right now, you are making a choice. You could scroll away. You could dismiss this as clickbait. But something stopped you. Something inside you whispered, maybe this is the one. And you were right to listen. Because what you are about to learn in the next few minutes is not complicated. It is not a secret formula that requires a PhD or a trust fund. It is not a hack that only works for extroverts or people born under a lucky star. It is simple. Almost too simple. And that is exactly why 95% of people will never discover it. Most people are looking for complexity. They think that intelligence is about memorizing facts or having a high IQ, or reading 1,000 books. They think that success comes from working 18-hour days, networking with the right people, or being born into privilege. But the truth? The real key to outsmarting almost everyone you meet has nothing to do with any of that. It is about how you use your mind, not how much you fill it. Today, I am going to reveal the 3 deceptively simple principles that separate the top 5% from everyone else. These are not theories. These are observable patterns in the lives of people who seem to effortlessly rise above the noise, people who make better decisions, build stronger relationships, and navigate life with a quiet, unshakable confidence. And the beautiful part? You already have everything you need to apply these principles right now. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need to change who you are. You just need to shift how you operate. By the end of this video, you will possess a mental framework that most people will spend their entire lives searching for. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. You will start to notice who has it and who doesn't. You will understand why some people seem to get lucky over and over again, while others stay stuck. So, let's begin. Principle number 1, master the art of strategic silence. The first principle that separates the top 5% from the rest is this: they know when to speak, and more importantly, when not to. Most people talk too much. They fill every silence. They offer their opinion before it is asked. They overshare, over-explain, and over-justify. Why? Because silence makes them uncomfortable. They equate silence with awkwardness, and they equate talking with intelligence. They think that if they are not speaking, they are not contributing. But the top 5% understand something profound: power lives in the pause. When you speak less, 3 things happen instantly. First, people listen more. When you are selective with your words carry weight. People lean in. They value what you say because you don't waste their time with filler. Second, you observe more. While others are busy performing, you are watching. You are reading the room. You are noticing body language, tone shifts, and hidden agendas. You are gathering intelligence that the talkers are too distracted to see. Third, you protect your energy. Every word you speak is an expenditure. Every explanation you give is a piece of your power handed away. When you stay silent, you stay sovereign. You keep your cards close to your chest. This does not mean you become cold or antisocial. It means you become intentional. You speak when your words add value. You speak when you have something meaningful to contribute. You speak when silence would be a disservice. But you do not speak to fill space. You do not speak to prove yourself. You do not speak because you are afraid of being forgotten. Strategic silence is a filter. It filters out the noise in your own mind and the noise others try to project onto you. It gives you clarity. And clarity is the foundation of all intelligent action. Principle number 2, think in systems, not events. The second principle is a cognitive shift that most people never make. The top 5% do not see life as a series of random events. They see it as a web of interconnected systems. Let me explain. Most people are event thinkers. Something bad happens, and they react. Something good happens, and they celebrate. But they never ask, what pattern created this outcome? For example, someone gains weight, and they think, I ate too much last night. That is event thinking. But a systems thinker asks, why did I eat too much? Was I stressed? Was I bored? Was I trying to numb an emotion? What is the system that led to that choice? This shift is everything. When you think in systems, you stop being a victim of circumstances. You start to see the invisible architecture of your life. You see that your financial situation is not just about one bad investment, it is about your relationship with money, your spending habits, and your beliefs about worthiness. You see that your relationships are not just about finding the right person, they are about your attachment style, your boundaries, and the patterns you learned in childhood. Systems thinking allows you to intervene at the root instead of just treating symptoms. It allows you to design your life instead of just reacting to it. And here is the secret, most people are too lazy to think this deeply. They want quick fixes. They want surface-level solutions. They want to blame external factors. But you are willing to look deeper. You are willing to ask the hard questions. And that is why you will outsmart them. Principle number 3, master delayed gratification, the marshmallow superpower. The third principle is the one that will truly separate you from the 95%. It is the ability to delay gratification. You have probably heard of the famous marshmallow test. Researchers placed a marshmallow in front of young children and told them, you can eat this now, or if you wait 15 minutes, you can have 2 marshmallows. Some children ate the marshmallow immediately. Others waited. Decades later, the researchers followed up. The children who had waited, the ones who delayed gratification, were more successful in almost every measurable way. They had better careers, healthier relationships, and higher life satisfaction. Why? Because the ability to delay gratification is a proxy for something much deeper, emotional regulation and long-term thinking. Most people are slaves to their impulses. They want the dopamine hit now. They want the comfort now. They want the validation now. So, they eat the junk food even though they want to be healthy. They buy the thing they can't afford because it feels good in the moment. They send the angry text even though they know they will regret it tomorrow. They quit the hard task because the discomfort is unbearable right now. But the top 5%? They have trained themselves to endure the discomfort of waiting. They have trained themselves to see the bigger picture. They don't eat the marshmallow because they know that 2 marshmallows are coming. They don't react emotionally in the moment because they know that calm, calculated responses yield better long-term results. This is not about being cold or robotic. This is about being strategic with your energy. When you master delayed gratification, you become almost unstoppable. You can withstand short-term pain for long-term gain. You can ignore the noise of instant gratification and stay focused on your vision. While others are burning out chasing quick wins, you are playing the long game. And the long game always wins. The bonus principle, embrace being misunderstood. Now, here is a bonus principle that ties everything together. The top 5% are comfortable being misunderstood. When you practice strategic silence, people will think you are aloof. When you think in systems, people will think you are overcomplicating things. When you delay gratification, people will think you are missing out on life. Let them think that. The need to be understood by everyone is a trap. It is a trap that keeps you small. It keeps you explaining yourself. It keeps you seeking validation from people who are not even on your path. The top 5% do not need everyone to get it. They know that their results will speak louder than their explanations ever could. They are willing to look weird today to look wise tomorrow. They are willing to be underestimated because they know that being underestimated is a strategic advantage. When people underestimate you, they don't see you coming. They don't prepare for your rise. And by the time they realize what you have built, it is too late to catch up. So, embrace the misunderstanding. Embrace the quiet. Embrace the slow burn. Because while everyone else is performing for an audience, you are building an empire in silence. Why this works, the psychology. Let me explain why these three principles are so powerful. First, they are all about internal locus of control. Most people believe that their success is determined by external factors, luck, connections, timing. But these principles put the power back in your hands. You control your words. You control your thinking. You control your impulses. Second, they compound. Every time you choose silence over noise, every time you think systemically instead of reactively, every time you delay gratification, you are building a new neural pathway. You are training your brain to operate at a higher level. At first, it will feel hard. It will feel unnatural. But after a few weeks, it becomes automatic. And once it becomes automatic, you are operating on a completely different frequency than the people around you. Third, these principles are invisible to the untrained eye. People will not know why you are different. They will just feel it. They will sense that you are not like everyone else. And that mystery, that quiet confidence, is magnetic. How to implement this starting today. So, now that you understand the three principles, strategic silence, systems thinking, and delayed gratification, how do you actually apply them? Let me give you 3 simple, actionable steps you can take in the next 24 hours. Step 1. Practice the 5-second pause. The next time someone asks you a question, or the next time you feel the urge to jump into a conversation, pause. Count to 5 in your head. Then respond. This tiny pause does 2 things. It prevents you from saying something you will regret, and it forces you to choose your words intentionally. You will be shocked at how much power you gain from this simple habit. Step 2. Ask, what system created this? The next time something goes wrong, or even something goes right, do not just react. Stop and ask, what system, what pattern, what series of choices led to this outcome? If you are stressed, ask, what is the system in my life that is creating stress? Is it my schedule? My relationships? My lack of boundaries? If you succeeded at something, ask, what did I do consistently that created this success? How can I build a system to repeat it? This one question will transform the way you see everything. Step 3. Delay one thing today. Pick one impulse today. And consciously delay it. Maybe it is the urge to check your phone. Maybe it is the urge to eat a snack. Maybe it is the urge to respond to a frustrating email immediately. Delay it. Feel the discomfort. Breathe through it. And then, make the choice consciously after the impulse has passed. This is how you train the muscle of self-control. And self-control is the ultimate form of freedom. The truth about the top 5%. Here is something most people do not want to hear: the top 5% are not special. They are not smarter. They are not luckier. They are simply more disciplined in the small, invisible moments. They are the ones who pause before they speak. They are the ones who think before they react. They are the ones who choose the hard right over the easy wrong. And because these choices are invisible, the world assumes they are naturally gifted. But you and I know the truth. Genius is not born, it is built. One small decision at a time. The reason 95% of people will never reach this level is not because they cannot. It is because they will not. They will watch this video, nod their heads, feel inspired for 10 minutes, and then go right back to their old patterns. But you are different. You would not have made it to this point in the video if you were not serious about change. The final challenge. So here is my challenge to you. I want you to prove to yourself, and to the universe, that you are part of the 5%. For the next 7 days, commit to these 3 principles. Practice strategic silence. Speak 30% less than you normally would. Think in systems. Every time something happens, ask, what pattern created this? Delay one gratification per day. Build the muscle. 7 days. That is all I am asking. If you do this for 7 days, you will feel the shift. You will notice yourself making better decisions. You will notice people responding to you differently. You will notice opportunities appearing that were invisible before. The ritual. If you have made it this far, and if you are ready to step into the top 5%, then I want you to make a public declaration. Go to the comments below and write these exact words. I am part of the 5%. Let those words be your contract with yourself. Let them be the moment you stop being average and start being intentional. Because here is the truth, the world is run by a small group of people who think differently. They do not think better, they just think clearer. They do not work harder, they just work smarter. They do not have more opportunities, they just see the ones that are already there. And now, you have the blueprint. You have the map. The only question is, will you use it? Thank you for investing your time and energy into this message. You are not here by accident. You are here because your soul is ready to level up. Now go. Be silent when others are loud. Think deeply when others react. Delay when others indulge. And watch as the world begins to bend in your favor. Until next time, stay sharp.